everybody, welcome to Optimism Fractal. Thanks so much for being here with us. I'm very excited to be here with Will, Tadas, Rosemary, Patrick from NCO, and Jayesh. And we have a great agenda for today, playing the respect game. So I'm going to share a little overview. We have our last event of 2024. Thanks everybody so much for the amazing year so far. If anyone wants to say hello, feel free to do so. But I hope that you all enjoy the show, enjoy the event, and I will get into the presentation momentarily.
Yeah, baby!
Yeah, baby. Having a good time. All right. Sounds good. All right. So, as I said, this is Optimism Fractal's final Respect Game 2024. Respected winners playing with trophies here. Everybody's welcome to join to collaborate with builders, showcase contributions, and earn respect on Optimism by playing the Respect Game. That's what we're going to do here. And yeah, so check out the tweet to learn more. Check out optimismfractal.com to learn more about this community, a community dedicated to fostering collaboration, awarding public goods creators, and optimizing governance on the Superchain. We host events that everybody can join to network with builders, make friends, collaborate with talented builders of Superchain. And each event is focused around the Respect Game, an amazing on-chain social game that pioneers new forms of community coordination, where we go into breakout rooms up to 6 people, and then each person takes a few minutes to share what they've done to help Optimism, and we collaborate to rank each other's contribution and give each other respect, a soul-bound, non-transferable token that has all sorts of great powers. We also record videos of each event too to help promote your work, or whoever joins. Everybody's welcome to participate and help showcase their work, as well as to provide educational materials about Optimism, the Superchain, and people building on Ethereum. And we're building the tools too, building with respect with the Optimistic Toolkit, an open source suite of tools for community coordination and decentralized governance using the Respect Game and the Respect tokens. You can learn much more on optimismfractal.com about all these, as well as learn more about how it's an excellent place to develop your on-chain career and business on Ethereum, on the Superchain, grow your reputation with the Respect tokens recorded on the OP mainnet. Learn more about it in the articles on the site. Enjoy the harvest, enjoy all the opportunities and the benefits. There's so many benefits that are listed on the website, optimismfractal.com/benefits, and amazing feedback that we had from participants. So hope that everybody enjoys, and especially this event and 2025. We have really exciting plans. We're building in public. We have our events that we host each week that are switching to bi-weekly, by the way. The Optimism Fractal Notion site and open source repositories where you can get involved in throughout the week in Discord and so forth, and lots of opportunities to earn funding in the Superchain ecosystem, such as retro funding, missions, Ethereum grants, and so forth. So much more you can learn about on optimismfractal.com, as well as how we're pioneering the future of governance with fractal democracy and our intents, our specifications, our history, how you can get involved with the Sages Council, the apps that we're building, the role-based allocation system that we have with HATS protocol, the Optimism Town Hall event, which we'll host after the Respect Game today, where people can vote on topics with respect, and various other ways of impact evaluation in the Optimism Collective. Optimism Fractal is founded and presented by Optimistics. We've been running weekly events since October 2023, and there's lots of educational resources from Eden Fractal too. You can learn more at optimistics.io and edenfractal.com, more about fractal governance and their Respect Game and pro-social games, and learn more about Optimism at optimism.io. Optimism is a super chain. It is the interconnected network of blockchain scaling Ethereum on an open source code base called the OP stack, with many great chains, Base, World, OP Mainnet, Sonium, Inc., Zora, etc. Many more joining, doing great stuff. Learn more at the links on the website. And the best way to get involved with Optimism Fractal is to check out the weekly events. We'll be returning for the next weekly event, or the next bi-weekly event actually, since we recent proposal changed. Changing our cadence on the 9th of January. You can check out the Optimism Fractal Season 5 thread on the Optimism Governance Forum, where we've been fostering a competitive season of Respect games, playing all sorts of fun competitions between builders and using new software and so forth. Everybody's welcome to RSVP for weekly email reminders and invite friends at lou.mala/optimistics. We're looking forward to lots of growth in the new year and invite everyone to join and collaborate. And we also host different events. Optimistics calendar shows Optimism Town Hall and Eden Fractal, which will both be happening on a bi-weekly basis as well. Check out the videos at optimismfractal.com/videos to learn more about all the stuff we've been up to over the past few weeks, as well as the past year or so. You could see many great videos here and all of our progress since the beginning. Great way to get involved and learn more. And you can also find these on the Eden Creators YouTube channel as well, where we've recently published both Optimism Town Hall and Optimism Fractal videos and many other shows as well. some community news I mentioned a couple times, and we'll get more into it during the town hall, I think. But I did make two proposals this week to the Optimism Fractal Council: one to transition to a bi-weekly schedule, and one to evolve Optimism Fractal's intents to go along with this and make some other changes to optimize our community for maximum impact and growth. So there's a forum post. I posted this in the Discord as well, where you can learn more. And these are now open for voting, and they have been approved according to the consensus process of Optimism Fractal. So we will be returning for bi-weekly events in 2025. And you can learn more about that in the tweets from the Optimistics, which I encourage you to retweet and like and share and so forth as well. This was approved by the Optimism Fractal Council, which you can learn more about at optimismfractal.com. So there's also more details about this in the article that is linked there as well about our 2025 planning. We've been thinking about this for the past several weeks, and I'm excited to discuss this after the Respect game at the Optimism Town Hall as well, where this is currently the top topic that is voted on, or at least Optimism Town Hall and Optimism Fractal 2025 plans. Everybody can vote with their Respect or OP as well, and you can see how this is voted, but looking forward to discussing these soon. As a reminder, the Optimistics Toolkit is open source, and everybody's welcome to use these tools, the Respect.Games app and the Fractogram app and the ORDAO software. You can learn more about this at optimistics.io/tools to see how you can empower your community. And we love to see great feedback from Will, inviting people to join the Optimism Fractal events and sharing the benefits of the camaraderie and the respect, and Zal talking about the Zao Fractal using the Zao token. So great stuff. And now it's time to play the Respect game. So I think most people are familiar with it if you're watching, but as a high-level overview, check out optimistics.io/respect game for all the benefits and what it is, how it works, and so forth. But basically, we go into groups of 36 people, randomized, and then each participant gets 4 minutes to share their recent contributions to Optimism. You can also just feel free to introduce yourself. And then after everybody presents their contributions, then we're going to work to rank each contribution by who did the most to help Optimism over the past week in the Fractogram app. And then we'll push it on chain, and then we'll receive respect based upon those rankings, and people who were judged to help more, get more respect, and so forth. There's some scores and see how it works there. But that's a general overview, and feel free to ask any questions if you're not sure. Feel free to record your breakout room. Feel free to share links and to share your screen as well to give people a better idea what you're doing. And most of all, have fun, have a great time, and help grow optimism, help grow a better internet for all. So thanks all for being here. Welcome, Eyassu and Kaleb. I believe you're joining for the first time, so I'm looking forward to hearing about your work and learning about you. And we will go into a breakout room now, or 2 breakout rooms now, because we have 9 people. I see GM, everyone. Thanks. Welcome, welcome. Great to see everybody here. Hope that everybody had a great time. And I'll start up 2 breakout rooms now that we can play the Respect game in. Breakout rooms are now open. Have fun.
Hello.
Hey, Tadas.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Hey, and I'm new to the Optimism Fractal. I'm Eyassu.
Welcome. Well, thank you for joining. Yeah, you pronounce your name Eyassu, you said?
Could you repeat what you said?
Yes, yeah, I said welcome. Thank you for joining Optimism Fractal. And I was just asking for clarification about how to pronounce your name. Did you say Eyassu?
Yeah, you're correct. You pronounce it as Eyassu. We
Okay.
got it on the first try. Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome, Eyassu. I've never heard the name before. That's quite a cool name. It rolls off the tongue nicely.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool that you
I'm
pronounced it right the first time.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense when you look at it. And so I appreciate you joining, and looking forward to learning more about you and your work. And also want to welcome Kaleb as well. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing Kaleb's name correctly. It could be Kaleb, but if you'd like to say hello, then feel free as well, Kaleb. And also both Eyassu and Kaleb, if you have any questions about how it works before we get started, then feel free to ask as well. But I see Kaleb's unmuted now, so hello, welcome.
Hello, guys. I'm Kaleb, and I'm also new to this event. Eyassu just invited me in. I'm gonna learn how it goes. Nice to meet you guys.
Likewise.
Yep, likewise. Nice to meet you too. Thanks, Eyassu, for inviting Kaleb. Sorry, I mispronounced it a little bit there. So I suppose we can get started there. I'm looking forward to learning about all these up to, Kaleb. And yeah, if either you have any questions about how it works, then feel free to ask. But it should be pretty simple. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to take turns and we're going to introduce ourselves and we're going to share what we've done to help Optimism over the past week or so, where you can feel free to just more generally share what you've done to help Optimism and how you've been involved, if you've been involved with Optimism so far. And then we'll work to reach consensus on ranking those contributions to Optimism afterwards. That all make sense and sound good? And are you ready to go?
Yeah. Okay, I can start. I started working on Optimism back in 2022. I participated in a hackathon with Kaleb. We worked on a project called Sylvanus, which was a renewable NFT project. And we kind of pivoted from the Sylvanus project to TreeQuest. And different circumstances, we didn't proceed with that project. And recently, we are getting back to the Optimism building. I started working with the new Superchain ERC20 tokens. I was testing that. And we have a new project coming up. And we wanted to do the interoperability with the Superchain ERC20. Yeah, that's the basic parts. Yeah. Kaleb, you can add any points if you want.
Sounds good. Thanks, Eyassu. Also, so we usually do 4 minutes each, or up to 4 minutes each, where you can speak. And since there's only 4 of us here, we can also take up to 5 minutes if you want. And I think you only probably spoke for a minute 30 and add a timer, but I can start a timer so you know how much more time you have to speak if you'd like to share more. Also, if you would like to share any links or share your screen perhaps, or if you want to just let me know if there's any links that you'd like me to pull up and I can share it for you so people can have a better visual understanding of your work, then that'd be welcome. Or if perhaps you want to just speak more about it, then feel free to do so, because both you and Kaleb will both have 4 or 5 minutes to share what you've been doing to help. So I'd love to hear more details if you'd like to share. And it sounds like your work is very interesting, but I haven't heard of some of it, so I'm not familiar. And I bet other people watching and maybe Tadas would like to hear more too.
Okay, all right. Okay, maybe Kaleb, you can. Okay, I'll share the link for. Should I share for everyone or for this group only?
Yeah, if you want to share it in just the Zoom chat, then that works. That's cool. Cool. Would you like me to pull that up on the screen so others can see it who are watching or who are in the event?
Okay, I think we wanted to do the project with our pseudonym, so it's better if you don't share it on the screen. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Cool. Well, I'm looking at it now and it looks very interesting. So yeah, if there's anything else you'd like to share, then would be happy to hear about it. And if you don't mind repeating, what was the name of the project that you've been working on now?
Okay. The previous projects, it was Sylvanus and TreeQuest. This current project, it would be under, it would be a DeFi, and we're naming it WC DeFi, or basically vote church, gamified, and kind of a team towards a mimetic. Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Well, this is the first time I've heard about it, but I'm familiar with a lot of things that I'm looking at your article, and that's great. Bringing more DeFi and growing DeFi around the superchain, and especially using the Superchain ERC20 token. I think that you said that you're exploring and you're starting to work with. That goes along with the intent of the Optimism Collective and Season 7 about utilizing the interoperability features of the superchain and helping to increase TVL across superchain networks. So that all sounds awesome. So thanks for all the great work. And if there's anything else you wanted to share, then feel free. You still have a couple minutes to go, or whenever you're ready, if you want to pick somebody to go next, then you can do so as well.
I think that's all from my side. Kaleb, if you want to add further more.
Okay, yeah. I think the Mirror article explains more in detail about the project. What our intention is, the satirical approach towards the meme coin craze that's happening in this bull run, and how we like to approach the general UX of interacting with DeFi, uh, transitioning from the flat screen models, the similar to Web 2, but we transformed it a bit, and it's gonna be something like chatting in Discord or on Twitter. And by the left pan, you borrow or supply your tokens. So it's not just go straight and purchase or sell the coins. It's more about connect with other people. And during those times, you also do the finance part. Those merging parts, we're more focused on that too.
Cool. You joined the right community. We also embrace the community aspect of crypto.
Yeah. Optimism. We had some experience before, like Yasu said, and the retro RPG funding rounds and such things. The focus and the aim of Optimism aligns more with our idea as well.
So, and your what is there like the chain on which your project is mainly based on, or is it and its interoperability with other chains, or how does it work?
It's interoperable with other chains. We're based on Optimism first because the Superchain design, it has more reach across multiple EVMs, and almost every other chain integrates with Optimism. So we have the interoperability with Optimism. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, very cool. All right. Well, thanks, Kaleb, for explaining, and thanks to both of you for all great work with the Boys DeFi. I'm looking forward to learning more about it. And yeah, I imagine, especially with Ink and Base and Unichain, all these different chains really focused on expanding DeFi. It seems like a great initiative that you're working on, from what I can tell, that can grow a lot, the Superchain. I'm also curious too, if you want to provide a little bit of detail. I'm not sure what your roles are. It seems like both of you have been working together for a while, but maybe if you want to provide a bit more detail about Kaleb, what's your role in the project and what's the role of Eyassu in the project?
Okay, Yasu is the project lead, and he's also, we're both full stack devs. So on the programming side, we help out each other. I mainly work on the blockchain side, on the Web3 part, and he's on the front end and the backend services and such things.
Okay, well, sounds good. Well, thanks for explaining all of that. Much appreciated, and looking forward to seeing how we can collaborate, and hope that your project does very well. And hopefully we can help you hear a lot of Optimism Fractal. And if there's anything else you want to add, then feel free to add anything else. You still have a couple more minutes to speak, or if not, whenever you're ready, you can pick somebody to go next. You can pick Tadas to go next, or you can pick me to go next. We haven't heard much from Tadas yet, so I recommend picking Tadas to go next whenever you're ready.
Okay, I think this was the general concept from us. And if we could reach you, how do we communicate with you?
So we have our events. We host weekly events that you can find on our event calendar. Between Optimism Fractal and another community called the Eden Fractal in the Town Hall, we host events every Thursday after we return from a short winter break. And then we also have a Discord channel too. So I will share the Discord channel in the chat where you can reach out, and I'll also share the events calendar too, which you might have already found, but you may not be familiar with the other events. So either asynchronously in Discord or at the event, you're always welcome to join, and feel free to reach out anytime at both those places.
Okay.
Okay, I can go next.
Okay. Sounds good. I suppose one other thing I could ask, I don't know, maybe they already had enough time, but I was just curious, like where the project is at right now, and like how much progress you made say in the past week or two. Like, is something that I don't know where it's at in its stage, but I only had the chance to glance the article. But I'm just wondering, like, how has your recent progress been? Usually, what we do is we share what we've done over the past week or so. So, yeah, curious if you wanted to provide a little overview of recent progress you've been making.
Okay, so far we're planning to deploy to mainnet by January 3rd, early 2025. We're still in testing phase right now.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I look forward to lunch. I'll share the links in the chats, and then I suppose to ask whenever you want to feel free.
Okay,
Yes, Kaleb.
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, so little introduction. My name is Tadas. I have developed the software for Optimism Fractal that we are currently using with smart contracts and the front end. And yeah, this week I developed next version, well, 1.1 version. It's not a big release. Basically, the main changes are login flow is improved in UI. Specifically, it now uses Privy, which enables more connection methods, more wallet connection, more wallets to be connected. Previously, it only supported MetaMask and Brave sometimes. And yeah, now it supports all kinds of wallets, mobile wallets, including through Wallet Connect. Yeah, so that's also it integrates our console. So our console is an app that yeah. So currently the whole app it does not have a lot of features in the graphical user interface, but there are more features that are already implemented in the backend, and our console is an app that allows you to use those features using browser console. So I can share my screen to show you how it looks. Yeah, so this is our console app, and you can interact with a lot of methods which like show you the state of smart contract state of our DAO. Like these are all kinds of different proposals that we can vote on. And in the future, we will hopefully have a UI where you can see it graphically, everything, and users can interact with the graphical user interface. But currently, that's where we are at. And yeah, the main app which we use to submit consensus results, which we will arrive at here, is this app. And yeah, and like I said, in this release, I improved the login flow, so you now are able to log in with Privy. And yeah, now so there are two apps, and previously you were only able to interact with our smart contracts and stuff using browser console from this app. And right now you can do it from this app as well, and it has which has a lot of benefits, because here you can use Privy, and that means that you can use mobile wallets, so people can vote on proposals and stuff on mobile wallets. Besides that, I made multiple, well, not one big issue in the backend. I fixed one issue in the backend related to connection to blockchain node. Yeah, and yesterday I hosted an event where I presented and we tested this new version. It's currently not yet deployed for Optimism Fractal, so that's not the version we will be using now. But yes, eventually I plan to deploy it for Optimism Fractal. That's all from my side.
All right, sounds great. Thanks, Tadas, for all the great work. Much appreciated. I suppose I can go next, and then if anybody has any questions for Tadas or anybody else has any questions for each other, then we can have time for questions before we reach consensus afterwards. And by the way, I also shared the links to the Discord and the event calendar, as well as the Workcast channel. I forgot about that in the Zoom chat too. So I invite you to join. See a thumbs up from Eyassu. So sounds good. And yeah, I'll go ahead now and share what I've been doing to help Optimism, as well as a little introduction to me. All right, you should be able to see my screen now. So what did I do to help Optimism this week? So I just put together this presentation. Actually, I previously had in a different format, but this is kind of like an introduction to my role. You can learn more about me at dansingjoy.com. That's my name, Dan Singjoy. You can check out all the different initiatives I do here and things I work on. And basically, I'm putting this presentation together because I'm working over full time in Optimism on Optimism Fractal and several other initiatives, and it's pretty tough to get it all in 4 minutes. So I just kind of give a high level overview here, then I'll get into more specifics. So I host events every week for Optimism Fractal and Optimism Town Hall, as well as bi-weekly events for Eden Fractal. So in this event or this week, I prepared both the Optimism Fractal and Optimism Town Hall events. You can learn more about that at these websites. And I also lead 2 teams. I collaborate closely with Tadas on Optimistics, with the helping support him and other developers with the open source software and the event organization and so forth for the pro social games that we play here. And then Eden creators working to produce the videos and promote the events and so forth, and have a lot of ongoing responsibilities in terms of collaborating behind the scenes with the technical developments and events hosting and marketing. And I'm working on developing all those websites pretty frequently. So lots of little things that I don't share here, as well as working on fundraising efforts and generally raising awareness for fractal decision-making processes and games like the Respect game, and working a lot behind the scenes. But with that, I'll get into some weekly highlights of things I've been up to over the past week. So one thing that I did this week was I promoted a grant application for Octant, which is a awesome public goods funding community and ecosystem that you can learn about at octant.build. It's a place that rewards public goods creators and brings together public goods creators with a treasury of ETH. And so I spoke on the Octant's Twitter space. There's probably like 30 people here, something like that, I think, and a bunch of great public goods creators. I made an application the previous week on Optimistics and talking about the Respect game and fractal democracy and public goods and so forth. And I put together these tweets as well to show our impact that we've had over the past year or so forth to support the proposal and help spread the word about it. You can see the full proposal on the Octant forum post, which you can find in the tweet on the Optimistics account. And this one I did last week previously, but this is just like a very comprehensive proposal for things that we aim to build in 2025, including both the community and education and event side of things, and also technical development, working to raise funding for all these aspects. And then in addition, I also, as I mentioned previously, I made those proposals, which I made quite comprehensive proposals and posts and shared the posts in Optimism community, fractal communities, and people who have been interested in following our journey basically about the transition to the bi-weekly schedule and evolving Optimism Fractal's intents, which I think we'll get into more later, but I provided some brief rationale here and a brief overview of this. We've been kind of discussing this for the past few weeks, and I've been writing a lot of strategy documents and getting feedback from the community. So I made this topic proposal to basically play the OP Topics game after the Respect game at the Optimism Town Hall, where we can vote on topics at the event. And then I made these proposals that you can see here with detailed rationale about why to switch the events to a bi-weekly schedule, as well as I made a proposal to evolve Optimism Fractal's intents, mostly to change the parts about the weekly cadence, the bi-weekly cadence, but also making some streamlining and so forth we can go over. And then along with that, I also updated the article that provides more details about this, as well as videos from the past few weeks that we discussed this, and reviewed Tadas's feedback. Thanks for the great feedback, Tadas, on the strategy document there. Looking forward to collaborating more on that. And then I also worked on drafting these intents on GitHub and Notion and make it easy for people to see all their post changes and so forth to help this. And I also created an optimismfractal.com page in GitHub too. I've been inspired by ethereum.org. And so this is just a start, but I displayed it on GitHub so you can see like changes made. They have a similar system for ethereum.org that I am very inspired by and would like to do that. With that, I also made the promotions for Optimism Town Hall as well. And I think my time's just about up, so I'll wrap it up in just a moment. Yeah, so that's that. I think I have a couple other things. Yeah, I participated in the ORDAO office hours. That's what Todd was talking about, the event that he hosted. And I learned more about ORDAO, and I helping support the software basically however I can. And then I was also talking with Rosemary quite a bit about fractal democracy too, because that's something that I realized we haven't really discussed that much Optimism Fractal because we've been so like on the ground. But a few weeks ago, I wrote this article about fractal democracy, and I've written several others about like why the respect game is so important in general and what it leads to. So I was speaking with Rosemary and kind of brainstorming some plans to get the education out about like the really deep benefits of the respect game. And then I put out some tweets too, just retweeted Will and Zal, and that's it for me. Hope everybody enjoyed. If anybody has any questions or comments for anybody, then feel free. Tadas, did you create the respect game and the fractogram app, or should I do that?
I haven't yet created it.
Okay. Do you want to take care of that?
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
Okay.
so Kaleb and Eyassu, sorry. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Yeah, so please join this app. You will have to log in. It's an app where will reach consensus in the respect game.
In this app, you can either log in with an existing EVM account using a wallet like MetaMask or others, and you can also create a new one with Privy if you prefer as well. I see you're unmuted, Kaleb, but I don't hear you speaking.
Yeah, I'm logging into the site that is shared right now.
Okay, sounds good.
And let me know your username once you sign up.
Okay.
And so what we'll do, I'm not sure, Kaleb and Eyassu, if you have the chance to look into like how it works and watch any videos and so forth, but what we'll do first after you sign up is we'll rank for level 6, which is basically who you think help optimism the most. And then we'll rank for level 5, and then we'll rank for level 4 and so forth. And the idea is we have to come to 2/3 consensus, which in our case is 3 to 4 people need to agree on each level for us to move on to the next level and receive respect. So let us know whenever you're ready and signed up and when you have a username, and then we'll get started whenever you're ready.
Okay, I signed in with MetaMask, and it didn't ask me for username.
Did not ask for username?
Yeah, I didn't see any field that asked for username.
If you click play, try clicking play, does it maybe ask you then?
Okay. No, still nothing. Let me go to settings.
Usually a prompt to add your name in there.
Or
It should
do
pop
you
up somewhere.
maybe know your Ethereum address which you used?
Yeah, if you wanted to
The
paste in an
address?
Ethereum address, maybe the last couple of letters or something like that in the chat, you could do that too.
Yeah.
So Eyassu was unmuted before. I'm wondering, have you been able to sign up? Oh, I see Eyassu just shared the
Yeah, I'm also
account there.
having the same issue with the username. I used the EVM address.
Okay, I see Eyassu. And what's your address, Kaleb?
Kaleb just shared it in the chat as well. And I see that one too.
Yes.
Okay.
So should I create a session then?
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. And apologies for the errors and confusion. Kaleb and Eyassu, thanks for the patience. We just this app was just released maybe a month and a half ago, and it's still in early stages. So we're still working out the kinks and the bugs in it, and we'll talk with the developer to see why it didn't prompt you to have your name in there, and we'll try to get that fixed soon.
Yep. And now if you click play, you should see a session, and if you click on the session, you should be able to join it.
I think that's session 65.
Yeah. I've joined that session.
Okay, so now we have to remember that address that starts with CF is Eyassu.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah, so and now, like Dan already mentioned, I think we vote for who, in your opinion, contributed the most over the last week to Optimism or to Superchain in general. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if you have any questions beforehand or any other things you want to share, then feel free. Otherwise, I see there's 2 votes cast already. So that means 2 people haven't voted yet. And so you can feel free to put your votes in whenever you're ready for who you think helped the most. Okay, so we have 2 votes for me, 1 vote for Eyassu, and 1 vote for Tadas. So we don't yet have consensus. We need to get 3 out of 4 to reach consensus and earn respect. So if anyone wants to change their vote, then they can, or if anyone wants to advocate either way, share why they voted for who they voted for, then the floor is now open, so you can do that. You can do so.
Yeah, I voted for Eyassu because I generally take the position to award those who join for the first time and have something already that we are working on in the Superchain. Yeah, just because we are taking time to learn about Optimism Fractal, and yeah, the first time is always the hardest.
That's a good point. And yes, you also did invite Kaleb to, which is awesome. And I really appreciate you learning about Optimism Fractal and your project. I'm looking forward to learning more, but it seems like a great project. And I think you've been involved with Optimism since 2022, so that also deserves some respect too, if I'm not mistaken. So I could switch to Eyassu as well. I voted for Tadas. I've been like amazed by what Tadas is doing with ORDAO for a while now, and bringing everybody together through the ORDAO office hours. Yesterday was great, as well as the ORDAO v1.1. I think for anybody who's here or watching, I think that like people are really going to realize how helpful that software is, and so I think that deserves a whole lot of respect in general. Tadas already has a good amount of respect too, but yeah, I think that that software is awesome, and every day that Tadas works on that more, it's like a really great service to Optimism. Something that's going to help the governance of Optimism as well as help empower builders with checking and so forth. So that's why I voted for DOS, but I'm happy to switch to Eyassu as well. Or if it'd be helpful, I can also switch myself too, because I still have 50% of it. So that would help switch consensus. And I see the other room is ready to go back. So we can take as long as we can go into 10 minutes if we need, or we can wrap it up whenever we finish reaching consensus. So Does anyone want to switch their vote to help reach consensus or share any other thoughts here?
Okay, I voted for Dan. On his presentation, he listed so many tasks completed, both on marketing side, helping communities, and hosting spaces. So yeah, I can change and vote for myself as well.
Okay. Well, sounds good. Well, if both of us switch our votes to you, Eyassu, then you can be level 6, and I'd be happy with that. So maybe we'll switch to you, and then we can see what happens for level 5. How's that sound? Well,
Yeah.
okay. Sounds good. So we reached consensus on Eyassu at level 6. Congratulations, and thanks for all the great work. By the way, that means that each level gets 60% more respect approximately. So level 6 gets 55, level 4 gets 34, level 5 gets 34, and so forth. Okay, so now we can vote on who we think did the second most job optimism over the past week. Three out of 4 votes in here. Only one person who has not yet voted. Okay, and now we have 2 votes for me, 1 vote for Tadas, and 1 vote for Kaleb. Would anybody like to share their thoughts about why they voted for who they voted for? I can also...
Okay, I voted for Dan. You've prepared a lot of articles and hosting the spaces, and the tasks you showed us, there were plenty of tasks. That's why I voted for Dan.
Okay,
I voted for Kaleb, same reasoning as for Eyassu. But I don't know, I can switch to Dan if it helps reach consensus.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah.
I voted for Tadas again for the same reason there. But I could also switch to Kaleb, or I'd be happy to vote for myself too. I appreciate the respect, and I have been working hard on these things too, and I appreciate your recognition of that, Kaleb and Eyassu as well. So I suppose maybe I'll switch to myself here, make it easier.
Okay.
Okay.
Switch to.
Thanks all for the respect there. And now we're voting for level 4. Who you think helped Optimism the second most over the past week? Two votes cast here.
Three votes.
And we have 50-50 here. Does anybody want to speak and share their thoughts about why they voted for who they voted for, or change their votes?
Same reason.
Okay. I voted for Tadas for the same reason, but I'm very happy to switch to Kaleb as well. And yeah, for the same reason, basically. So if it make you happy about that, I can switch over to Kaleb now. Or I think I'm mispronouncing Kaleb. Does anybody else want to share their thoughts or rationale?
I voted Tadas. His implementations, I think he worked really hard on it, and that's why I went with Tadas. It might be my first introduction, but the work labels should also be counted. That's why I went with Tadas.
Okay, I will switch to myself. You convinced me.
All right. Well, sounds good. Very graceful game there. Thanks everyone for playing. So we reached consensus on all 4 levels. That means that Kaleb will be level 3, Tadas level 4, me 5, and Eyassu level 6. And we all get respect for playing as well. And there's a button right at the bottom that says Open Fraps Interface. If you can please click that and submit, you'll need to click it in a browser or an app where you're already logged in. But yeah, if you can please do that, then that'll bring you to another interface, of.fraps.xyz, and it'll automatically fill the results with the Ethereum addresses that we all shared, and then we can post it on chain onto the OP mainnet, and then based on that, the rankings we permanently posted there, and we'll each receive respect based on those scores. And then whenever we're ready, we can also head back to the breakout room. I see the other breakout room is ready to go. So yeah, I suppose we can go back there and then we can talk more about the respect game and stuff like that. I would love to hear your feedback and thoughts about the game and the experience, or anything we can improve, or anything you particularly enjoyed in that, Kaleb and Eyassu. But perhaps first we'll go back to the breakout or back to the community room. Does anybody have any thoughts before we head back?
Yeah. Should we all push it to on-chain?
Yes, ideally we all should do it. Let me know if there are any issues with that. Yeah, and based on these votes, the respect token will be distributed in about 6 days.
Okay.
I'm having an issue with the Open Fraps interface. It's returning an error message. It's saying unhandled error.
Could you show a screenshot or something? What is?
That happens for me too. When I open it up in a browser that I'm not logged into, I have to be logged into my wallet before I click that link. I just shared a screenshot of what I see. That was before I opened it up in a browser where I was already signed in or logged into my wallet. So
Right.
I don't know if you have a different error than that, but I just figured I'd share that in case it's the same error that you see, because that's an error that we're aware of right now. And the way to fix that is just to sign into to log into an account, an EVM account first, and then open that link in that browser where you're logged in already.
For my case, I've already logged in. The error is from the login account.
Okay, interesting. Do you have the same error that I see? Eyassu just shared a different error.
Yeah, but it seems that it says that I think this error is likely the wallet is not connected to the app. So the app is not authorized to call some methods. So usually the app should prompt the MetaMask to connect it. But sometimes if it does not happen, I'm not sure. Try refreshing or opening MetaMask. Are you using MetaMask wallet?
I'm using Uniswap extension.
Yeah, I haven't tested it with that. Anyway, so the new version will use previous, so it's possible that it will be fixed already. So, and it's not a tragedy if not everyone submits. We will surely have enough votes already. So, yeah, so I think it's fine if you don't submit this time.
Yep, I agree. I see Kaleb said that it worked for him and he showed the transaction hash. So thanks for submitting that and letting us know. I'm glad it worked out well. And yeah, we'll work to get these technical issues fixed so that we can make sure that people can use the Uniswap plugin or Uniswap wallet, I think you said that you're using. And appreciate you also helping to test out the app and figure out the ways to improve it too.
Yes. Thanks for participating. Thanks for helping test this app and this software we're building. And yeah, we'll wait for your respect next week.
Good. Good.
Yep.
It was a nice game. Yeah. Interesting.
Awesome. Well, yeah, glad you enjoyed it. And if you want to share more about it, we'd be happy to hear. But I think first we'll head back to the breakout room. Or just again, back to the community room. So we'll head back to the community room and then we'll meet up with the other breakout room. If you guys have to go at any point, then feel free to drop off as well. We'll be having another half-hour event after this, but we'll also kind of just talk with the other people in the community room. And I know there's another person who joined for the first time too. I don't know if you know him, but we'll just go back there and we'll say hello to everybody. And then if you want to share any more thoughts there, then feel free. And once again, thanks so much for joining us here and all the great work that you've been doing on Optimism. And yeah, looking forward to sharing the Optimism Fractal recycle with you. So that'll be arriving soon in your wallets.
Yeah, and I will have to drop off. So yeah, it was good to see you.
Nice to meet you, Tadas.
Okay.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys. I will also be leaving soon.
Okay, sounds
See you
good.
guys.
Well, thanks, Tadas. Hope you have a great day and hope you enjoy the winter break as well. And Kaleb, it was nice to meet you too, as well as Eyassu. And yeah, I'll close the rooms and you're welcome to join us back in the community room if you want, or you can feel free to drop off whenever too. And I hope to see you again soon as well.
Okay.
Refi Global, Refi Sadavina,
Yeah.
and Refi
Interesting.
Atlantico and Refi Medellin. Yeah.
DeFi Medellin. Yeah, interesting.
But I can connect you with some of those community leaders in Medellin.
Yeah, sure. When the time come, for sure.
Yeah,
When I will
just
be
let me
there.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let me know.
Yeah.
Ping me on
Sure.
TG.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a great time in your breakout room playing the Respect game and are excited for the upcoming town hall. If anyone wants to share any thoughts before we start with the agenda for the town hall, then feel free. Sounds like you're talking about some cool stuff with Refi, Will, and Patrick. So yeah, looking forward to those collaborations emerging. And I want to also welcome once again Jayesh. If you'd like to say hello, then feel free. Sometimes after the Respect game, we provide an opportunity if anyone wants to provide any feedback, things you liked or things that can be improved about the Respect game. We heard a bit from, or rather, I had the pleasure of playing the Respect game with Eyassu and Kaleb, and we had a great Respect game there. So if you'd like to introduce yourself to the broader community, Eyassu, feel free to say hello and share a brief introduction as well. And also, if you want to share any feedback on the Respect game, then you can. Or if you want to just listen in to the agenda, then feel free to. And I see Rosemary said that Jayesh doesn't have his mic working, but he writes in the chats perhaps. So yeah, feel free to.
Yeah, Dan started Hidden Fractal around June 2022. Yeah, correct. You are muted. No?
We lost your audio, Dan.
Yep, my audio just skipped out for a second, but now I think it's back. Did you hear everything I said there? Did it cut out before that?
No, not everything you cut out.
Okay, thanks. Let me know. Well, I was just inviting Jayesh or Eyassu to share any introduction or share any feedback if they want to, or Rosemary, Will, Patrick, if you want to share any thoughts as well, then feel free. And we also have some exciting topics on the agenda for Optimism Town Hall whenever we're ready to proceed as well.
Yeah, for sure. You will see the recording for sure of our room, but that was very interesting. So Rosemary, level 6, because she made a fantastic job to curate all the content, and she do that every single week. So that's a lot of work. So that's very appreciated. So obviously level 6. And then Will also doing an amazing job with all his work to make good visibility with the fractals. And this website that I recommend to see, it's refidao.com, where you see all the movement about fractals around the globe. For example, in Colombia, there is also in Mexico. So that's very interesting. We have some people in Colombia, like Gudasol is in Medellin, and Jorge Ramos is also in Medellin. We were discussing of a little bit of the hidden fractal, how it was started after the Genesis fractal. You started that in around June 2022. And and NCO Data Analytics, Nova Crypto Data Analytics. NCO, it's the short name, stating that I will continue to do when I see a fit the recaps of the town hall or any video that you are doing. I am not doing that only for Optimism Fractal. I am doing that also for Chintai Network, for example. That is a nice token, the checks token, that encourage the people to learn about the checks token. That's more than just fiat finance, and that's more about that. So I stated I will continue to do what I can to improve the things, to educate. And we were just speaking a bit about what we will be maybe speaking into the town hall. So about the next year, and make some bullet points on the priorities, and because beautiful strategies, but that needs some bullets. So I don't want to jump into the town hall now. But that was that. And Jayesh had a great experience. Also, if he could not use the mic, and he has joined with the email on Privy. That was good to see that. That was nice. Yeah.
All right, excellent. Well, thanks, Patrick, for the overview, and I'm looking forward to watching the video to hear everything that you discussed there and gave an overview about, and the things that you've been building. And I appreciate you supporting the community, and I'm glad that Jayesh enjoyed it too. So hopefully in the future, if you're able to speak with the microphone, we'd love to hear from you, Jayesh. We'd also love to hear from Eyassu too, if you feel like sharing any thoughts. We got to learn about Eyassu's project that he's been building with a DeFi project on Optimism too. So if you wanted to share a little bit about this as well, it's great to see finance growing on the Superchain. So, but anyway, you can also watch our video too to learn more. We also heard from Kaleb and Tadas, but all sorts of great stuff. But those will be in the videos. So yeah, if anybody else wanted to share any thoughts, appreciate Patrick giving the overview, then feel free to jump in. And otherwise, we are 5 minutes past top of the hour, so we can get into the Optimism Town Hall now. Everybody's ready as well. All right, I think we're ready. So thanks to everybody for amazing event, the last Optimism Fractal event of the year. And we look forward to seeing you on January 9th for Optimism Fractal, coming back with bi-weekly events. And it's been such a great year, and we look forward to seeing you in 2025. So Optimism Fractal out. Good to see you, Patrick. And here comes Optimism Town Hall. Yes, he's putting up the confetti. Will's going up like this. Maybe we should give it to the last Optimism Fractal of the year with a Optimism Fractal. How's that sound? Say 3, 2, 1 before we head to Town Hall.
Or just go, yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. And
no. Yeah, baby. Yeah. That's the right way to say. Yeah, baby, yeah. That's the right way to say.
That's the right
and
way.
Normally we'll say beautiful footage. Beautiful footage.
All right, beautiful footage, and go Optimism Fractal, and go Optimism. And thanks everybody so much. And let's head into Town Hall now for some beautiful footage. How's that sound?